You're such a nerd, Double Dragon 912. Yep, and I'm proud to be a nerd. Video games are awesome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. I'm DJ Unity, also known as Double Dragon 912. You listen to another edition of Video Games I Like, and I'm back with another video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all seem to like these top 10s, man. And I'm glad you like it. I appreciate y'all watching my channel. You know, y'all know I'm recovering from a lost channel, but thank y'all for still supporting me out there. I appreciate you. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do my top 10 most hardest video games of all time. Now my list gonna be different than y'all, so don't get mad at me about my list. Just leave your list down in the comment section so we can converse, go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 10 has to be Streets of Rage 2 Mania Mode. Wow. Streets of Rage 2, ladies and gentlemen, Mania Mode is one of the hardest modes I've ever played in my life. Now Streets of Rage 3, that's a hard game, I ain't gonna lie to you. Most levels on Streets of Rage 3 is hard. They are hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. But number 10 has to be Mania Mode. Mania Mode, they throw everything at you but the kitchen sink. When I tell you there's so many enemies that come at you, boy, my goodness. Time you think you're gonna get through one set of enemies, they coming. They just stay falling out the sky and all type of variety of enemies, and you think, you know, like you play through Streets of Rage 2 on normal mode, you know, it's tough, you know, it has its hard part, but if you got your, you know, a stable mind and a good person with you, 9 times out of 10 you can beat Streets of Rage 2 on regular mode. But Mania Mode, listen, you have to unlock this mode just to unlock it on the game, on Sega Genesis or whatever system you're playing on now, because Street Rage 2 on everything. You got to unlock this mode. The only way you can unlock it is you beat the game on hard mode, but you can also put in the code to get straight to it. But man, this Mania Mode is hard. That joke was hard, boy. It will test you. It will test you. You know, like the stage where you have 1 or 2 robots that jump down at you. Shoot. On Mania Mode, it's like 10 robots that jump down at you. Then on one of the bosses, you have to fight, instead of having no rocket men down there, you had like 3 or 4 different rocket men down there. That's, when I tell you, it's hard, hard. Man, one of the hardest modes, difficulty modes out there. So ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 10 has to be Streets of Rage 2 Mania Mode. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 9 is Double Dragon 2. Wow. Now, Double Dragon 2, ladies and gentlemen, you can beat the game on just a regular warrior mode. Now, that one's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a tough game. Regular warrior mode. You can beat the game on warrior mode, but you will not get the true ending. Only way you can get the true ending if you beat the game on Supreme Master. Now, Supreme Master is the hardest mode on Double Dragon 2. And for the longest, I could not beat this game. I'm telling y'all, I died many a times by myself, with my brothers, with my dad. We all played it, trying to beat it. Never could beat it. Then one day, we kept renting this game. I'm a huge Double Dragon fan, hence the name Double Dragon 912. But one day we rented this game. Kept renting this game. And I said, man, I want to know what this was. I figured this out way before any tips and tricks books, any YouTube tutorials. You know, I grew up in the age, ladies and gentlemen, where we didn't have the internet. We just had to figure stuff out. So I said, all right, let me do 2-player mode, see what happens. I wonder if I go beat up Jimmy over there. So I started beating up Jimmy, like, oh, snaps, I'm getting Jimmy lives. Snaps, oh, snaps, pop, pop, pop. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I had to sacrifice it. It's so hard to say goodbye to my brother Jimmy. Let me stop being silly. But yeah, I had to sacrifice Jimmy, man. When you beat up Jimmy, easy way to beat this game. It's still gonna be hard now. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm telling y'all a strategy on how to beat it, but it's still gonna be hard. Is you play 1-player mode, you go there and beat up Jimmy, you get all his lives. So you have like, instead of 3 lives, you have like 8 lives. And so one day, I'm a little kid. I think I'm in the elementary school somewhere. I beat up Jimmy, got his lives, and went through the game. I'm like, dang. I'm making it. You got to go through all the trap room. Trap room is hard itself. If you don't jump right, you can die. The Mansions of Terror is hard itself. If you don't jump right, you can die. I mean, it's so easy to die on this game. And then stage 4, if you don't jump across the elevator, the little things. There's a lot of platforming stages on Double Dragon 2. There's so many easy ways to die. You can die the helicopter. You can jump the wrong way on stage 5. You can jump the wrong way on stage 4. You can go down there in the water and die. At the end of stage 4, if you don't jump across the escalator real right, you'll die there. And then don't even get me started with trap room. Stage 7, if you don't jump right down there, shoot, you'll die over there too. There's so many ways you can die. Instant death on this game. I'm telling you. If you don't jump right, you will die. But one day, I went through it, ladies and gentlemen, with Jimmy's lives, and I ended up beating the game. I don't know how I did. I was like, man, I guess I was focused. And I went through it with Jimmy's lives, and I beat the game. And I tried it again not too long ago, ladies and gentlemen. I tried again to do that same method again. I couldn't beat it. I guess that one time was enough for me. Excuse me. A little parched there. But, man, Double Dragon 2, NES now. I ain't talking about the arcade version. You got unlimited continues on the arcade. But Double Dragon 2 NES is one of the hardest games of all time, ladies and gentlemen. Although I beat it one time. I don't know how I did. I guess I had the force. It's the best around. But anyways, I'm just being silly. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, let me end this little rant. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 9 has to be Double Dragon 2. NES version. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving this thing along, moving right along. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 8 has to be Double Dragon 3. The Sacred Stone or whatever. Wow. Now, Double Dragon 3 catch a lot of flack because, you know, they had a little mess up at the title screen. Still saying Billy and Jimmy, they had Bimmy and Jimmy. And they even made fun of that on a later game, Double Dragon Neon. They had you fight Bimmy and Jimmy. That was real funny. It was obvious mess up. I understand they probably had translation problems, you know, because they had to get these games over here so quick and the deadline problems. I get it, but it was funny, Bambi and Jimmy. But this game caught a lot of flack because the arcade version was kind of trash. I played the arcade version; it was trash. The Double Dragon 3 in the arcade was one of the first games they tried to charge you DLC in order to beat the game. You had to level up. You had to pay more money, and gamers didn't like that. They were like, "Dang, y'all robbing us without guns." And so the Japanese version they ended up making, they took that out. They took that way out that you had to pay to level up or whatever. But that was one of the first forms of DLC way back then. You know how they've been trying to do us gamers for years. But the one on Nintendo didn't get a lot of credit. But the one on Nintendo actually was a good game. It just was hard as crap. Ain't but 5 stages, and it is hard. You get one set of lives, and if you die, that's it. You get extra characters once you beat a character. Like on the China stage, you beat him, you get Chin. If you beat the Japanese stage, you get the ninja, he'll join you. You get 2 people that'll join you, and you can kind of go a little bit better than that. But most time, after one set of lives, that's it. Shoot, your spin kit is your best friend. I remember playing this back in the day. I think the copy that I had, ladies and gentlemen, was messed up because every time I got to the last stage and fought Marion, the game was just messed up. I mean, like, my character used to just disappear and just, and next thing I know, I'm on the wall and I'm dead. Like, dang. We used to keep on playing it back in the day, and I just kept dying. I guess I must have had a messed up copy. I had to. But anyways, it was fun, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's a hard game. It's a hard game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this much. I'm gonna give this guy a shout out because he's real cool. I like his channel. He probably don't even know me, but still, I watch his channel. Name of the channel is You Can Beat Older Video Games, something like that. I have a link in the description to it. He shows you exactly how to beat these hard games. I give him credit though. He show you how to beat Ninja Gaiden. He show you how to beat Super Mario Brothers. All them old Nintendo games, he show you how to beat them. And he give you a real good in-depth guide of it. I give him credit. I'm gonna give this man credit where credit due. So I have a link in the description to his channel. But Double Dragon 3, ladies and gentlemen, is still one of the hardest games of all time. So coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 8 has to be Double Dragon 3. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we wind this thing down. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 7 has to be Contra Hard Corps. Wow. Now, Contra Hard Corps, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the hardest games I have ever played. I played Contra. Played the Contras back in the day. A lot of Contras are hard games in general, but this one takes hard to a whole nother level, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the prequel to this, which recently came out on not recently, but it's kind of newer. Came out on PS3 and 360. Hard Corps Uprising. Now that game is amazing. If you still got your PS3 or 360, see if you can still go download that. Unfortunately, it's downloadable only. They should have brought that physically, but you need to download that game. That game is amazing. I love that game. But Hard Corps, oh my God, one of the hardest games for the longest time. I couldn't even get past the first stage. Oh my God, I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. Now, if you got the Contra Anniversary Collection, Hard Corps is on there. If you play the Japanese version, it's actually a little bit easier. I don't know what they think about us Americans. Like, you stupid Americans, we're gonna make things hard for you. I don't know what Japanese people sound like that for real. I'm just being silly. But they made things hard for us, ladies and gentlemen. Now the Japanese version of the game, you can get hit 3 or 4 times before you die. On the American version of the game, all we got, you hit one time, you dead. We'll holler at you. Lock and loaded, lock and loaded. Shoot. Hard corpse, boy. Contra hard corpse. To this day, I still have not beat this game. I ain't tried to go through it with nobody on this one, man. This game I have not beaten. Shouts out to my homie NATO Matic. I'm pretty sure he a Contra expert. That you want to buy Contra, that's his game. He loves Contra. He said Contra probably one of his favorite series of all time. He said his quote. I'm gonna quote NATO Matic on this one. Contra never dies, dude. Contra never dies. I said, I hear you, Nate. But man, Contra, Hard Corpse, Sega Genesis. Lord have mercy. Man, that game made me want to throw a controller. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how hard that game is. I say this much. Any of you new age gamers out there be talking about Dark Souls and all this stuff, go play Hard Corpse. And you'll think, man, Dark Souls is kind of easy. But, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 7 has to be Contra Hard Corpse. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping this countdown rolling. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 6 has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Nintendo version. Boy, they tricked a lot of people with this version. Hard 8 times, shouts out there, Hard 8 times, man. He said when he got this, he said, yeah, man, this is going to be just like the arcade game I played in the arcade. Nope. They tricked you, boy, with that cover. Had it dressed up all pretty. You thinking, yeah, man, this is going to be the arcade game. Nope. You didn't get the arcade game till part 2. Turtles 2, the arcade game. But the first one, had some good music on it, but this game was hard, boy. I tried to play this game back in the day. Back in the day, I couldn't even beat the hardest stage on there to me was that damn stage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I recently played part 1 again, and I was able to beat the damn stage. I was proud of myself. I was like, man, I must have got better, but I was actually able to beat that damn stage. That stage is so hard, boy. That thing used to make me throw controls back there. I never did beat that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was one hard game. Now you can play it on Cowabunga Collection. The Cowabunga Collection out there, it's out there on there, and then they give you a save feature on there. You probably can beat it then, but just straight up beat it, shoot, I don't see it. Some of these speed runners out here, they probably done did it, but shoot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the OG one, shoot, boy, you talking about somebody throwing a controller? Oh, boy, hard game. Because in this game, ladies and gentlemen, when your turtle get captured, Shoot, I never could figure out how to get your turtle back. They say there's a way you can go through the game and get your turtle back. And shit, I never could figure it out, boy. All you see is Master Splinter and April up there saying, "You have my support." So, shoot, I need more of your support. I need y'all to get down here and fight with me, just like on Shredder's Revenge. But man, this is a hard game. To me, it's still one of the hardest games of all time, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 6 has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Nintendo game. It got some pretty good music on it too, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 5. Shoot, this could be number 1, really. It rivals with number 1. This game, that's how hard this game is. Battletoes. Wow, Battletoes. OG Battletoes, ladies and gentlemen. To this day, I have not got past the turbo tunnel. I've seen people do it on YouTube, and I tip my hat out to you. But Battletoes, I don't even know what the later stages look like because I ain't never got to them. I couldn't even get past that turbo tunnel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do 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 do. Now, what they brought the turbo tunnel back on Battletoads Double Dragon. That one's even hard too. Shoot. Yeah, Battletoads, ladies and gentlemen, it rivals the number 1 hardest game of all time. Which we gonna get to that in a minute. Y'all be patient with me. Gonna get to that in a minute, but it rivals it. But still, to me, I don't think it's. I think there's some games harder than it, but it should be high on this list. I should redo this, but we're gonna go with it for now. Number 5 has to be Battletoads, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say that has not been already said about Battletoads? Battletoads will make you pull your hairs out, throw controllers, beat the wall in. Don't have anger issues and try to play Battletoads. You ain't gonna make it. Somebody gonna get hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, I know they talk all this mad junk nowadays, talking about, man, Dark Souls game, they so hard. Sekiro, oh, that's so hard. Go play Battletoads. Then you'll change your opinion quick. You're like, man, Sekiro and that stuff easy compared to Battletoads. Compare Battletoads to Sekiro. I heard Sekiro was hard. I ain't played it myself yet, so I can't really give too much judgment on that. But I probably guarantee you that it ain't got nothing, I repeat, nothing on Battletoads, the Nintendo game. When they made that game, the people at Rare, I don't know what they were thinking. Said, man, you know, we trying to cut down on the rental sales, man. We gotta let y'all keep this game for a while. Y'all ain't gonna just fly through this game and go get another game. Y'all gonna put some time in our game. You want to beat it, and I guess that's what they were thinking, ladies and gentlemen, because that's one a hard game. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 5 has to be Battletoads NES. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, has to be all of the NES Mega Man games. Boy. I recently beat the NES Mega Man 2. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I had to cheat. I ain't gonna sit up and be prideful with y'all. I cheated. I used the rewind feature. The rewind feature they got on the Mega Man collection games, I used that to beat Mega Man 2. That's how hard it was. Me, I never did play Mega Man. I played Mega Man one time when I was young. I said, nah, I'm good. Let me stick to my beat 'em ups, sports games, and fighting games. Y'all can have Mega Man. Yeah, I'm like, y'all can have Mega Man. I'm good. I'm good. Mega Man is one good wrenching, snatch your hair out game. Just the bosses on there alone, you know. The problem ain't the bosses. If you can get to the bosses, you can if you put some time into it, you can beat them. You know, you just gotta. It's like a guessing game. You gotta figure out what that boss is weak to. Like if you go fight, like on Mega Man 2, you go fight Airman. You go fight somebody else before you fight Airman, so you can have his weakness and you can beat him like with 1 or 2 hits. The problem is what makes Mega Man so hard is getting to the bosses. They throw everything at you but a kitchen sink at the Mega Man games, and it's so hard to get to the bosses. That's what makes it so hard. The bosses, consider this ain't, you know, I ain't taking nothing away from the bosses. They hard too, but consider how hard the game is to get to them. They easy compared to what you gotta do to get to them. If you can get to them, and Mega Man can survive, poor Mega Man, he go through some hell, boy. Dr. Wily took you through it. If you can survive and get to the bosses, you pretty much can master the game. That's the problem though, getting to the bosses, because they throw all kind of enemies at you, and then sometimes the enemies repeat themselves. If you get hit too hard, you go back out of the screen and they'll pop right back up, and just, oh God. And my head hurting just thinking about it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4 is all the NES Mega Man games. If y'all want to try your hat at it, man, Mega Man is available on all types of systems. They got the Mega Man collection out there on PS2, Xbox. Then they got the newer Mega Man collection out there on, you know, PS4 and Xbox One and PC and Nintendo Switch. If y'all want to try your hand at Mega Man, it's out there. Good luck to you. Go with caution. That's all I'm gonna say. Being real quiet, y'all. Just trying to concentrate, trying to focus. Trying to focus. How'd you kill him? How'd you kill him? You walk past him, I don't know. You jump too high because you hit the spikes, it's over. See, I knew it. That's why I tried not to jump so high. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding these things down. We're winding down. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 3 has to be Mike Tyson Punch Out. Wow, 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 wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be the first to tell you, I never could make it to Mike Tyson punch to Mike Tyson. All I could make it to is Super Macho Man. I could make it to him, and then he knocked me out, and that was it. That's as far as I ever got. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson didn't punch out. Mike Tyson himself is so hard, they gave you a code where you can go fight him straight up. Shout out to Hard 8 times. He actually beat him. I'm proud of you, Hard 8. I give you credit on that. I give you credit what credit due. But Mike Tyson is one of the hardest games of all time. They showed a video. I think he was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I forgot who he was on there with. And Mike Tyson tried to fight Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson looked like, man, I didn't know they made me this hard. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. I can't do Mike Tyson, y'all. Y'all know I can't. I tried it. Shout out to all 8 times on that. But man, that would make that game so hard. You can, if you sit down and learn the pattern of all of them, you can eventually beat that game. But I don't know how these folks beat Mike Tyson. Now the sequel to it, Super Punch Out. Now that's a decent game. I love that game. Now that one actually, pretty good. Little Mac in there, but Mike Tyson ain't in there. And there's actually hope in that game. You can actually beat the game. I beat that. I used to set records on that. Me and my brother, my younger brother, we used to set records on that game. That's one of my favorite games. But Mike Tyson Punch Out, only person I know that legitimately beat that, besides watching Hard 8 times, that I know personally, is my cousin, God rest his soul. He beat it. He beat it. He went straight through it and beat it. But shoot, me, shoot, I couldn't even get past Super Macho Man. I couldn't even get past him. He just flexed his muscles on me and knocked me out. He like, ha ha, Double Dragon, you're not getting to Mike Tyson. I got you, boss. That's one hard game, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Like I said, if you want to try your hand at these games, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson Punch Out is out there somewhere. Well, they ain't got Mike Tyson. They had to replace Mike Tyson because of some type of they put Mr. Dream there, but it ain't nothing like fighting Mike Tyson. Get your emulator or something and try to see if you can play Mike Tyson Punch Out, because I'm pretty sure that game probably don't skyrocket in the market. And Nintendo, be careful though. Be careful because Nintendo crazy. They try to hunt down anybody that got an emulator. But the crazy thing about Nintendo is, these older games, they just want to keep recharging you over and over and over again for the same game. No, Nintendo. Y'all ain't finna get me. I got your game once, I ain't finna buy it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Cause that Nintendo online service, I heard you can download the game, but if your internet go out, you can't play them. That's crazy, ain't it? But don't even get me started about these companies. I could do a whole nother rant on that. But ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 3 has to be Mike Tyson's Punch Out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we down to number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys and girls for sticking with me for this long. I appreciate you. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, is number 2. Let me stop being silly. Ninja Gaiden on NES. Ooh. This game Ninja Gaiden on NES. Oh my God. Ah. 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 Oh. Ah. E. I. O. E. I. O. E. I. O. That's all I can say about Ninja Gaiden on NES. Boy. Boy, boy, boy. See, when gamers nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, get to talking about hard games, talking about, man, you know, Dark Souls game, they're so hard, bro. Such and such, such. I can tell y'all some new age gamers. Y'all did not grow up in my time period. Ninja Gaiden will make you pull your hair out, pull your nut hairs out, pull your teeth out. I don't know how we survived back then. Let me tell y'all, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all a little story time on this one. One day I was up there at my grandma's house, and I had brought my my Dreamcast up there. Cause shout out to my homie Mike. He hooked me up with a disc that's on the Dreamcast. I could put in my Dreamcast. It's got pretty much every Nintendo game ever made on it. So I had it on the Dreamcast, the emulation. You know, I was playing it. I was playing this game. You know, my folks in there, you know, it was a Sunday afternoon, everybody asleep. I'm in the back room of my grandma's house just playing. And I was getting it. I'm like, man, I'm doing my thing. You know, it was on stage 6. I'm like, man, this stage wrong. That thing I know I got to do 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5. I'm like, oh, snaps, I'm at the boss. I'm, I'm all happy like I'm did something. I got to the boss. And I died. I'm like, all right. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start right back at the boss. That thing made me start all the way back to 6-1. I looked at my, you know, I ain't got no mirrors in my grandma's room. I just looked. I looked at the Dreamcast. I just turned my Dreamcast off, y'all. I said, nah. I went in the house, woke everybody up, and said, Mom, it's time to go. Mom said, what's wrong, Shell? I said, Mom, it's just time to go. She looked at me like, just shook her head. I said, all right. She said, all right, we can go. Shoot. Ninja Gaiden is one of the hardest games of all time. Period. It almost made number 1, but there's just one more game that's harder than it. Y'all about to see it in a second. What made this game so hard is like I was saying with the Mega Man games, kind of similar. When a crow hits you, them doggone birds, you know, if you're a bird lover, don't play this game, because after you play this game, you will despise birds forever. If that bird hits you one time, it'll knock you in the cliff, it'll knock you back, and it keeps respawning, keep respawning, over and over again, and make you want to throw something. I'm very surprised people my age that played video games growing up, I'm surprised we made it, ladies and gentlemen. Cause Ninja Gaiden, Tecmo, the OG Ninja Gaiden. I ain't talking about the newer Ninja Gaidens. You know, the new age ones that they made that started out on OG Xbox and came out on PS3 and all that other stuff. I ain't talking about them. Don't get me wrong, they are hard games, but they ain't got nothing. I repeat, they ain't got nothing on the NES version. They have nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing on the NES version. I'm telling you. All you new age gamers, you know, out there talking about hard games, and you want a challenge, I dare you. I double dare you. Go back and play Ninja Gaiden. And don't try to cheat now with no save states and all that stuff, because you got save states and now a lot of folks will try to cheat and use save states. Play it like it was meant to be played. No save states. Go through that game and tell me if you can beat it. If you can beat it, I tip my hat off to you. I will. I will tip my hat off to you. But ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 2 has to be Ninja Gaiden, the NES version. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally here. Now, counting down, ladies and gentlemen, my number one hardest game of all time is Super Mario Brothers. Wow, I'm just playing. Super Mario Brothers is a hard game. Don't get me wrong, I've never beaten that game, but when I look at these top 10s on YouTube, if I don't see this game right here on there, I don't even consider they list legitimate. I just ignore the whole list. I'm like, if this game that I'm about to tell you guys and girls is not on their list is not legitimate. To this day, after my 40 years on this earth, thank you Jesus for allowing me to still be here. This still, in my opinion, is the hardest game of all time. The Adventures of Bayou Billy. This game, ladies and gentlemen, wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I had to let out a loud wow, long one. If I could do a long one. This game, ladies and gentlemen, every enemy on this game is a boss. And once again, the Japanese people, they do us so wrong. Konami, Japan, they like, ho, 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 ho. You stupid Americans. You're going to get the harder version. We'll get the easier version. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I sat down and played Mad City. You know, the Japanese version of this game, Mad City. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, but it's a lot easier than our game. Our game, every enemy on this game is a boss. You think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. It takes about 10, 12, I say about 20 hits just to kill one enemy. You hit him, he's like, boy, pop, pop, pop. Like, that don't bother me. He just keep coming. You can keep on hitting him over and over again. The enemy just keeps on coming. And then if you're lucky enough to get to the driving stages, if you barely hit a piece of rock in the road, you dead. If you're lucky enough to get to that stage. And then don't even get me started with the shooting stage. You got a shooting stage on there. Now don't get me wrong. Bayou Billy has a variety of stages. They got a driving stage. They got a, the regular walking stage with some catchy music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That will keep you trying to play because the music is real catchy. They got driving stages. They got a shooting stage where you can use a zapper if you want, and they got a regular, side-scrolling beat 'em up stage. Overall, it's an impressive looking game. I give them credit. Got voices. Old boy be laughing because you took your girl. But boy, if you lucky enough to get to the driving stage, good luck after that, boy. Like I said, when I look at the top 10 hardest games of all time list, and this game is not on there, that, in my opinion, and a lot of my friends agree with me on this, your list is not legitimate. If you don't have this game on your list somewhere, now I'm not sitting up here gonna say that's hard, probably not. There's harder games by Bayou Billy. I haven't played some games out there. There may be some harder games than Bayou Billy out there. But if Bayou Billy is not on your top 10 hardest games of all time list, I'm saying it right now, your list is not legitimate. It's a fake list. I won't even pay it no attention. I will stop watching the video. If I get all the way up to number one, I say, okay, Bayou Billy not on this list. I can't give it no credit. Because this game is that hard, ladies and gentlemen. This game is that hard. Now, it'll get you now, because the graphics and stuff for a Nintendo game look pretty good. It look pretty decent. Soundtrack pretty decent. Get you playing, get you hooked with all that music. But shoot, I don't know nobody that ever beat this game personally that has beaten Bayou Billy. I know I haven't. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna wrap it up for my top 10 most hardest games of all time. Leave comments below of your top 10 hardest games of all time. My list is definitely going to be different than your list. I would love to see your list down there in the comment section. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos on the way. Double Dragon 912 signing out. Peace out.